On Monday of this past week, the Vatican released a 20-page document called Dignitas Infinita. It was a summary statement, really nothing new, no surprises in the document, but it was summarizing church teaching over 2,000 years concerning moral issues primarily. What it was presenting was that all those moral issues were based upon the church's teaching that every human person has dignity. Every human person has an infinite dignity, which is the title of the document. And because every human person possesses that dignity, they have to be treated appropriately. And so the document talked about, of course, abortion, euthanasia, care for the environment, war, the death penalty, treatment of immigrants, all kinds of things. It was one of those church documents that angered people politically on the right and the left. On both sides, they're like, oh, there they go again. The Catholic Church is talking about all these things. Why don't they just shut up? Why don't they stay quiet? Why don't they just teach about prayer and then be quiet and make people feel good because, they pray better, they're at peace, but oh my gosh, all this stuff about the environment or about war or about abortion, stop it. Just why they don't know what they're talking about. Why do they talk about it? Well, we could point to the gospel you just heard and say, that's why we talk about it. Think, what? Because Jesus ate fish. That's why. That's why we talk about it. It all goes back to that he showed up after he rose from the dead and said, I'm not a ghost. Look, touch me. See that I'm real. Touch. And then, I'm hungry. You got any fish? Got anything to eat? Yeah, we got some baked fish here. All right. And he ate it. He rose from the dead as a body, a glorified human body, with the promise that you will have the same risen, glorified body. All of us. Jesus is in heaven in a bodily form. When he ascends, he goes there as a body. That has great implications on how we live and how we treat one another. It had such great implications that those guys who saw him in the early church could not talk about it. And so all through the Acts of the Apostles, they're being told, stop it, and they're being put in jail and whipped and all kinds of things going wrong for them. And then they say, stop talking about it. Oh, no, we can't. He rose from the dead. He rose. He's a body. We touched him. We cannot not talk about it. It changes everything. Everything. Way too often, I think, we Christians spiritualize it. We almost would rather have Jesus be the ghost. Oh yeah, he rose from the dead, but he was kind of like a spirit, kind of floating around. He went through the walls, yes, but he wasn't a spirit. He was a glorified body. a human body in all of its glory as God intended it to be. A glory that is, in the words of the church this week, infinite. It never ends. So I think we should reflect on that during this Easter season to grapple with the fact that Jesus rose in a human body, not a human spirit, so that we can begin to understand what the church was teaching on Monday in this new document, why we should be concerned about the same things the church is concerned about. Because Jesus rose as a body, and what that means for every human body. Because it gives us a future that's infinite. I think one of the first steps for you and me, as we try to appreciate the incredible wonder of the resurrection, is to love the body God gave you. Because I think most of us probably complain about our bodies. My body hurts a lot more than it used to, and I think, okay, God, bad plan on that this body starts aching a whole lot more as I get older. But this is the body God gave me. And I should love what God has given me. And God intends this body to be with him in heaven. This one. Not some other. Someday when I die, I'll get a new body. No, I get this one. This is me. This is what I get. Glorified, but this. You'll be able to see me in heaven and touch me. We'll know each other. Now, there's all kinds of speculation, because none of us have ever been there, what it's going to be like when we get there, and whether we'll even be all that concerned about each other once we're there. But I think we will be, because otherwise, why would we have saints praying for us? Because they care about us. Because they know the goodness of what's there, and they want us to experience that same glory with them there. But not just there, but here. The early church was very clear that this world changed when Jesus rose from the dead. This world. Not just heaven was opened, but this world was changed. And they could not live the same.